In this lecture, we'll be discussing ratios and rates. A ratio is the quotient of two quantities. Ratios are denoted three different ways. For example, the ratio of 1 to 2 can be written with the word 2 in between them, 1 to 2. It can be written with a colon between the two quantities, 1 colon 2, or it can be written in fraction form, 1 over 2. We will be writing ratios in fraction form in this course. The order of the quantities is important when writing ratios. To write a ratio as a fraction, write the first number of the ratio as the numerator of the fraction and the second number as the denominator. So let's write each ratio using fractional notation. We want to write each fraction in simplest form. The first number goes in the numerator, the second number goes in the denominator. Now we want to see whether we can simplify that fraction. We cannot. That's our ratio. In our next example, we see that we have decimals. The problem will start the same. The first number is in the numerator, the second number is in the denominator. We want to simplify this fraction. We're going to simplify it first by eliminating the decimals. We never want to have decimals inside of a fraction. We'll eliminate the decimals by multiplying by a power of 10. The maximum number of digits to the right of our decimal point is 2. So we want to multiply the numerator and the bottom denominator by 10 to the second power, which is 100. When multiplying by 100, our decimal point is going to move 2 places to the right. This gives us 168 over 480. And then we want to simplify that fraction. This fraction is divisible, the numerator and the denominator, by 24. When we simplify, we end up with a simplified ratio of 7/20. In our next example, we want to consider the triangle. In part A, we want to find the ratio of the length of the shortest side to the length of the largest side. Since shortest side is first in the problem, that goes in the numerator, the longest side will go second. The shortest side is 7, the longest side is 9. We have the ratio 7/9. We try to simplify. It doesn't. There's our answer. In part B, we want to find the ratio of the length of the longest side to the perimeter of the triangle. In the numerator, we put the longest side, which is 9, and in the denominator, we're going to put the perimeter. This gives us 9 over 24. We see that we can simplify this by 3. We end up with a simplified ratio of 3/8. A special type of ratio is a rate. Rates are used to compare different kinds of quantities. For example, if we drive 150 miles in 3 hours, if we write this rate as a fraction, we're going to end up having 150 miles over 3 hours. I see that I can simplify the numbers in this rate, both divisible by 3. 3 goes in here 50 times. 3 goes in here once. This ends up being 50 miles over 1 hour. Let's write each rate as a fraction in simplest form. In the numerator, we have $2,433. In the denominator, we have 6 weeks. We want to simplify the fraction. Numerator and denominator are both divisible by 3. This gives us a rate of $811 every 2 weeks. In the last example, 295 miles on 15 gallons of gas. 295 miles go in the numerator, 15 gallons in the denominator. We can simplify the numerator and denominator by 5. Our simplified rate is 59 miles on 3 gallons of gas.